So, anyway, we're live. It's pretty weird. The thing kind of clicked off. Anyway, so we're live. Once again, hello there. Hold on. Anyway, so it's after the 26th, which was my birthday, by the way, and the furnace just kicked on, by the way, if you hear something in the background. So, anyway, I got a lot of birthday wishes from people. From family to listeners of the show, which was really wonderful. And we're close to 2020, which is kind of hard to believe, you know. And a lot of people have been asking, like, thank you, love. What is next for the YouTube channel, the podcasts, and the funniest thing I got on my... And a lot of people have been asking, what did you get for your birthday? A lot of things. One of the cool things I found on... I think it was... it was before my birthday. I found... I don't know if anybody's ever played this video game, Bully, which is a Rockstar video game, Bully. I found it on the Xbox One for like $12, which was really cool, and yeah. So, the funniest thing I found yesterday, somebody sent me this. It was posted yesterday. Someone sent it to me. It was someone... Someone sent me this. It was from the Harley Leto. For those who don't know, it was someone who tried to sue the show when we first kicked off and started, and we did a review of Suicide Squad, where I went on this rant and I trashed Jared Leto's performance in Suicide Squad. First off, who hasn't? It's pretty damn funny. It's one of my favorite episodes that we did on the show, and it was pretty damn funny. This Harley Leto wrote on the 26th, trying to tag me into the post, which I blocked her, so I didn't even see the post. Wrote, for God's sakes, Boxing Day. Happy birthday, hubby. And for Boxing Day, I wish I could punch one person at Josh7 show. The Josh7 show. And first off, that is not our @ name. She's a fucking dude, I know. First off, that is not our @ name for the Twitter for the show. It's the one Bugs Bunny. Which I don't know why it is that name, but I love Bugs Bunny, so I guess that's why. Another day to drink and sleep. Oh my god. That bitch. I know. So it kind of made me laugh because I was just like, wow, that person is pathetic. And the weirdest thing about it which is pretty funny, is she posted a photo. I didn't see the photo, but a lot of people who, listeners of the show who follows the neighbors, or, again, people who listen to the show who follow just for funny entertainment posts on her account, said she posted the most disturbing thing, which was a photo of her cleavage, which is gross. I didn't see the photo. I don't want to, because I like to keep the meal I just ate in my stomach instead of throwing up. Which is it's completely, like, against Instagram guidelines of posting inappropriate pictures. New Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman is James Bond of the superhero world. Okay. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Brie Larson's clueless about Captain Marvel 2. I'll be honest, I don't think they're gonna do a Captain Marvel 2. I don't see it happening. I don't think they're going to do a Captain Marvel 2. I mean, they announced recently. They announced Deadpool 3, which is about time. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do with Deadpool. Just because it's going to be exciting. So, anyway. A lot of people have been asking what I got to do for today's show, and I felt like I saw this story yesterday on my birthday from Phantom and Monsters. And one is two stories, in fact. One is a humanoid story, and the other is the sighting of a large bat-wing crypto encounter after a UFO crash in Lake Michigan. So I felt like just doing those stories. I kind of want to read them because when we were doing the show, I really enjoyed reading the monsters and stuff. And oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the comics I bought on my birthday. I forgot how many comics I bought. I was at originally I was going to go to V-Stock and buy new books, but what happened was we were in half price books and I did not eat anything. I didn't eat breakfast because I've been, for those that don't know, I've been on a sort of a keto diet where I am going to slim down, even though I've been lifting weights and bulking up. I felt like, doing a complete detox of my body, getting rid of sugar and fat. So I've been doing a what is it called? I don't eat breakfast, which is weird. I sort of don't eat anything until lunch. Then after lunch, I don't eat anything afterwards because I just don't. I kind of don't feel like it because I feel like the reason I don't do it is because I want my body to digest burn off the fat and everything in it. So I know I'm not fat. I'm burning off like extra stuff so I could be kind of, I wouldn't say lean, but so I've been fasting. yes, my birthday yesterday. So the only thing I ate, so we were in half price books, and I was just like, man, I'm hungry. And it doesn't help much when comic books are right near, not that far from cooking books. So next thing you know, I am looking at comics, and I turn over and look down, and I see a cookbook on tacos, and I'm thinking, I'm hungry. So my dad, who was with me, who was like, I'm gonna take you to half price books. We're gonna look around, stuff. It's his way of saying, I want to look at records. I know it's your birthday, but I'm using your birthday as an excuse to go look at records. So he's like, well, you want anything? Because I paid for the books, and he was like, I'll pay for the books. I'm like, nah, I'll pay for it. I don't mind. He's like, do you want anything? I was like, Taco Bell. So he ended up buying me Taco Bell, which was a burrito and a taco salad. I originally wanted the burrito. He's like, no, you're going to get something else besides a burrito. And he bought me a taco salad, so it was pretty good. I mean, it had, one thing that kind of broke it was, I did not know he did this, I did not know this, the taco salad has, taco meat, lettuce, tomato, cheese, which are fine in the keto diet. It had rice in it. I did not know it had rice in it. I was thinking, like, shit. But I've been doing the keto diet thing. I consider it kind of a cheat day. So you can have cheat days or cheat day. So I had a cheat day, which I didn't even know rice was in the taco salad. That's how little I pay attention to things. So it wasn't bad. I'm doing the keto diet thing. I'm doing it as sort of like a practice thing. Seeing how it works. It's kind of like a practice sort of thing. And if it goes great, then I'll keep doing it. If not, then I'm going to try some of the meals that they had on there. They had one that was really good. It was, you can't have bread, so someone made like this almond flour grilled cheese, which it has mozzarella cheese and pepperoni, and almond flour is kind of used as the bread, and it looked really fucking good. Like, it looked really good. Like, I was like, that doesn't look bad. So I haven't tried it, so I'm going to. One thing I want to try that I saw that was pretty good was, it's scrambled eggs with goat cheese and spinach. So it looks pretty good. So I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to. So anyway, one message: happy belated birthday. Thank you. So anyway, what I've been kind of up to, the books I bought at half price was 2 Batman Dark Knight's Metal book, 2 of them. Originally I thought it was, I didn't have, it was kind of weird though. I had the Dark Knight's Metal, I just didn't have one book, and I thought I had Dark Knight's Metal issue 3. I thought I didn't have 4. So I bought the 4th book. And when I got home, I went to look and see if I bought the right one. And I ended up buying an extra copy of Dark Knight's Metal 4. So I have 2 4s, no 3. And I remember I was kind of like aggravated, but I ended up kind of going like, I have 2 different variant covers of Dark Knight's Metal 4. One is by Greg Capullo, and one is by Jim Lee. And hopefully I could go back up there sometime. Sometime this week to buy the third book. But I ended up buying Batman, I forget what it is, Lost something, I think Lost Story, or, of Dark Knight's Metal, which was pretty good. And I ended up buying like a Silver Age reprint book of a Batman story. And I bought Siren, an indie book I never heard of, and the Sixth Gun book. So, and it was pretty funny though. Also, I bought two things on Amazon, which is pretty funny because my uncle, who is a huge comic book nerd like me, who is a diehard Superman fan and Captain America fan, mostly Marvel, anything Marvel, and also a diehard Superman fan. He gave me an Amazon gift card, which was pretty funny. And I ended up giving him like a giant bag of comics. Most of them are like Superman books that I don't really read that much anymore, which is pretty funny. I ended up buying like two things. I ended up buying a Dark Knight Rises t-shirt and a indie comic I never heard of, called Jungle Survivors. Never heard of it. So it's pretty weird. It's a weird indie book, so I decided to like give that book a shot and see where it goes. If I like it, I'll buy the next issue. If I don't, then I bought one issue and that book's going somewhere. And the box of comics I don't like. Which is pretty funny. So, anyway, yeah, I bought a cool Dark Knight Rises shirt. It's kind of funny though, because I've been sort of like on this kick of like trying to find everything Dark Knight Rises, from merchandise to weird stuff. Like, one thing I would love to fucking buy is like Mexican bootleg toys of Batman. I want to. I kind of want to do this weird YouTube video of like reviewing Mexican bootleg Batman toys. I don't know why. I just kind of want to do that now. I just want to buy like this weird bootleg action figure I've never fucking seen or heard of, and just review it, just to kind of go over it. It's interesting because I've been watching these YouTube videos of people buying video game consoles that are bootleg, that are weird and different. And I just kind of want to go through it. I seen some like what was it? One action figure set. I'm trying to remember it. And the sad part is, like, some of the Mexican bootleg action figures actually look really cool. Which is funny. And some of them are, like, really, like, detailed, which is pretty sad. Like, I found this one, which is a Batman wearing a purple bat suit with black cape, cowl, and gloves and boots, which look really cool. I'm trying to find it, like... Sorry, I'm trying to find it. It's kind of weird though when your mind just goes blank and you're trying to remember it. Oh, here it is. The Sense of Right Alliance. That's what it is. It has Cars, Lightning McQueen. I was gonna say Rocket. I don't know why. A Power Ranger, Batman, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, and Shrek. The Sense of Right Alliance. I want to find it. I want to find that action figure set because when you think about it, it looks so dumb, but at the same time really cool. And I love this one meme someone posted. Why have the boring Justice League when you can have the Sense of Right Alliance? I gotta find that. I gotta find that action figure set. Just because it looks dumb and it looks awesome. Probably got to buy it on eBay, which I don't mind. Holy shit, they do have it on eBay. Yeah, I hope they have it on eBay, because would you imagine like you're trying to find it and you have to go to the black market of toys? Holy shit. They want $39 for it. And I think Mexico it's like $2,118. So I think that's what it is for Mexico price, the peso. I feel like 1,000,000 pesos. So I don't know how much that means in US dollars, so I want to find that. The Sense of Right Alliance. I have to find that action figure set because would you imagine the interesting story you can just tell with a bootleg action figure? Just imagine the story you can tell with it. Like, someone would be like, I did not know Batman teamed up with Lightning McQueen to stop the Joker. I'm surprised they have not done, I'm surprised no one has not done, a fan film of it. The Sense of Right Alliance. Have Batman, Superman meet Shrek and a Power Ranger. Imagine Batman, talking. I did not know an ogre could work with a donkey. That would just be the most amazing thing to see. Anyway, let's get to this truly bizarre humanoid reports published on December 26th, my birthday. This goes back to 2007, the person who reports it. I was roughly 20 years old. The driver was through a semi-rural area. a single lane, smooth road called 52, which connects Pennsylvania to Delaware. 52 also connects to Devil's Road, where M. Night filmed The Village. It was typically eerie commute. By the way, I seen that movie The Village. And it was like it wasn't a bad movie, which is weird. Like, a lot of people always shit on M. Night Shyamalan's films, like The Village. The Village especially is like one of my, like, I love the movie Signs. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie Signs, where it has Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix. And Joaquin Phoenix is in The Village, the movie The Village, for those who don't know. And The Village is this movie about these people living in this small, like, Pilgrim period town, village. And I forget what the movie... I remember it was that, but also the ending. I remember the ending was very weird. It was like a very typical twist ending by M. Night Shyamalan, which I really admire. Like, if you think about it, like, a lot of directors don't have twist endings anymore. Like, a lot of... I mean, I'll admit Nolan does. Like, Nolan has, like, this type of ending where people question its reality. Like, a lot of people question, like, the ending of The Dark Knight Rises till... I think it kind of people quit talking about once Christian Bale's like, yeah, it's a real ending. Which, to me, it is a real ending. I think it's like a real ending. It's not... I think it's because people saw the movie Inception, and I think a lot of people thought Nolan kind of carried his twist ending of Inception over to The Dark Knight Rises, which is kind of dumb. But also the twist ending of The Prestige. Like, I love that ending. That ending was fucking perfect. For those who've never seen the movie The Prestige, it is a damn good movie, and I think it's one of Nolan's best non-Batman films, in my opinion. And that's my opinion of it. I know a lot of people love Inception or Insomnia, or I forget the other film he did. Like, he did the war movie, which I never... It's kind of weird though. I bought that movie, I never gotten around to seeing it. I bought it when it came out, and I never gotten around to see that war movie he did. So, yeah, kind of shows kind of how slow I am to catching up on films. Let's see what the other question is. This one's from a listener. What do you think of the movie Cats? A lot of people have been on Twitter criticizing how weird and bizarre the movie is. What do you think of Cats yourself? Yeah, I seen a trailer of it, and I seen some clips of it, and the question I have to ask is, the people who made the film, were they fucking high while making this film? Because I seen the clip of it, and I seen trailers of it, and it looks fucking weird. It looks like a weird movie. You know, I don't get it. I mean, I know Cats is like a very popular musical. I mean, not like Spider-Man and, you know, the Spider-Man musical where everybody nearly killed themselves making the fucking musical. I know it's a joke, by the way, so it's a joke. The movie just looked weird, and the funny thing about it while watching it is I kind of see why Idris Elba signed on to do Suicide Squad. Because Because once you see Cats, you're like, this guy's reputation is ruined. And I couldn't even believe that was him when I saw it. Because the first time I saw him, I was like, is that? And all of a sudden, like, it shows the name and it has Idris Elba. I was like, motherfucker, I knew it. And it made me laugh because I was just like, why is this guy doing a musical? Like, you play Luther, dude. Like, you could do any role. And for those who've never seen Luther, it's on Netflix, and it's a really good show. It's like the British version of Columbo, minus Peter Falk being funny. And it stunned me that this guy did Cats. And I mean, I kind of see James Corbin doing it, and I can see Rebel Wilson doing it. But Idris Elba and like Ian McKellen, I forget who else is in it. I just can't imagine those two agreeing to. I mean, I'll take it back. Ian McKellen, I kind of see doing it. Like, he's 70 or 80, so you know, you can understand. I mean, he played Gandalf, so. But Idris Elba, I just couldn't believe. But the musical, I don't think I think the problem with the film, like, a lot of critics, like Chris Stuckman, I think is his name, who does like movie reviews, who is great, said it best while reviewing it, that there was no story to this film. It was just straight up musicals. And he said, like, there was no story connecting each film, connecting the story together to understand it. He basically said, like, it was just straight up musical scenes. It was just musical numbers and all that. No strong story substance. Like, if you look at Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd has an amazing story to it. A very dark and grim story. Of a man who was sent to prison because the judge wanted his wife and daughter. He wanted, everything that he had. And Sweeney Todd returns. And he doesn't look the same. He gets a new name. And he wants revenge. So, and the judge, of course, the wife disappears, says murdered, or she killed herself. But it's revealed that she's not dead, But the judge wants to marry the daughter he adopted, and it's like this weird, fucked up story. So, Sweeney Todd had a story. Plus, they had a brilliant director. I'm not saying the guy who directed Cats is horrible. A lot of people are going to look at him like, that guy, he directed Cats. With Sweeney Todd, it's directed by, the brilliant Tim Burton. And Tim Burton, they need to give him, I hope he does more films and stuff. I feel like it's been a while since he's done anything. My neighbors are yelling. But I feel like it's been a while since we seen Tim Burton direct anything. My neighbors are arguing, by the way. Anyway. My neighbors are fucking weird, by the way. So anyway. I don't know if Tim Burton directed anything since... What was the one film he did? Big Eyes? Big Eyes or something? Like... I know he got on Twitter... not on Twitter, but he's on Instagram. Which is really cool because... he posts like a lot of interesting photos and stuff. Anyway, let's see what we have to look at. One thing I found interesting while reading over Tim Burton's stuff is a lot of his oh, he directed Dumbo. I totally forgot about that one. He directed Dumbo. his unrealized projects, I always find interesting. Let's take a look at his unrealized projects. Also, they announced on April 2019, Warner Brothers stated that they shelved the sequel, Beetlejuice. Let's see. One film I wanted to see Burton direct. Was the one thing I wanted to see him direct was the Ripley's Believe It or Not. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of it. They were going to direct he was going to direct this autobiography of Robert Ripley. And Robert Ripley is the guy who finds like this, he founded the Ripley's Believe It or Not thing. And his story is like fascinating because Robert Ripley traveled everywhere. He was a cartoonist and entrepreneur, and he traveled and he founded like this Ripley's Museum in Hollywood, and he wanted to find like all these bizarre and weird things to put in his museum. And Jim Carrey was originally supposed to play Robert Ripley, and Ed Wood screenwriters Scott Alexander and Larry Krasinski were going to write the film. But it was the film ran over budget and it was shelved by Paramount. Burton went on to direct Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. This one interests me, and I am sure a lot of you will find it interesting as well. Back in 2002, Tim Burton, Jim Steinman, and David Ives were going to work on Batman the Musical. Batman the Musical was Steinman revealed that 5 songs from the musical. The first would be opening of Gotham City, an enter of Batman with his tortured solo Graveyard Shift, followed by the Joker song, Where Does He Get All Those Wonderful Toys? The Catwoman song, I Need All the Love I Can Get. We're still the children we once were, the climatic sequence. In the land of the pig, the butcher is king. Sung by the corrupt bloodsuckers ruling Gotham. Covered on Meatloaf's album Bat Out of Hell 3 Monsters Loose. After production was cancelled, these songs were released on the Batman the Musical Memorial site. Oh my god, I gotta find that. Batman the Musical. I gotta find that fucking site real quick. I wonder if they have it on here. Let me look on YouTube. Maybe we can all listen to it. I did not know they were going to do a fucking musical of Batman with Tim Burton involved. And Meatloaf, man. Let me find it. Batman the Musical. I did not know Tim Burton was doing that. Damn. They have nothing on YouTube about it. That surprises me. Let me look it up on... I hope their website's still up, man. That would be disappointing if they don't have the website up. Batman the Musical. Hold on, someone posted on it on YouTube about the Graveyard Shift song. I don't know if this is it. Still loading. Hold on. Alright. I don't know if this is it. The Graveyard Shift. Okay, this sounds awful. Let me see the other one. I don't know if it's it. Oh, I guess this is it. Could you hear it? I'm gonna turn up the other speaker, see if anybody can hear it. Because it kind of sounds like a very Tim Burton-esque. Okay. Okay. I gotta say this. Can you imagine somebody dressing as the Michael Keaton Batman singing this song? Can anybody imagine that? Because I like to know. Like I like to know if anybody can imagine that. I wonder if Michael Keaton would have done it. This song sounds like, I'm gonna be honest, it sounds like something out of it sounds like something out of a Rocky Horror Picture Show. For those who don't know, you know the Rocky Horror Picture Show? This is what it sounds like. Like, I know one thing. This was going to be made in 2002, right? Tim Burton announced it. I wonder if Tim Curry was going to play Joker. I mean, he was considered on the list of one of the people playing, for the Joker. Him, David Bowie, Robin Williams, later Jack Nicholson. But would you just imagine that? Like, alright, let's play more of it. The funny thing about it is on the YouTube video that we're playing this, the background of it is Christian Bale's The Dark Knight. And you're hearing the words of it, and all you see is Christian Bale's Batman. It's like a fan-made picture, which is pretty cool because it has the same font and color of Batman Begins. It has the Batman Begins logo. It has, the Batman logo for the Dark Knight trilogy, but it has like the one that was used in Batman Begins. It has the Dark Knight. That's all I see, and I be honest, I kind of wish they would do this. I wish they would do a Batman musical, because I have to admit, this is a kind of a catchy song. I kind of want to see this musical. I wish they would have made it. Like, damn. I wonder if there's like concept art. Like, where were they going with it? Like, I am very intrigued and very interested in this. I want to see. I kind of want to see this musical. Like, were they going to do like I mean, if Tim Burton was involved, I guess it was going to be based on the Tim Burton Batman films. And mind you, this was in 2002. This was when they weren't doing anything with Batman. Batman at that point, which was in a sucky time, because at the time it was like Spider-Man everywhere. And there was no Batman. Like, at that time, Batman was considered not bankable. As weird as that sounds. It wasn't bankable, so I kind of wonder where they were going with this. So, alright, someone did a report on it. In 1998-2002 period, Jim Steinman worked on the musical based on Batman comic book series, titled Aquaman. It was going to be produced by Warner Brothers Theater Ventures, a new arm of Brothers to compete against Disney, who was on a stranglehold of Broadway with the Disney theatricals such as Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin, and was remained strong. David Ives, who was due to write the book, Steinman, of course, was going to work on to contribute music and lyrics, and Tim Burton was reportedly chosen to direct, but he later died in his acknowledgments of the project. Initial opening was announced in 2001. Steinman and Ives reportedly turned in a complete version to Warner Brothers, only to fall apart in the mix. The announcement of Burton's alleged hiring in 2002 was a new claim that from Steinman that work on the show was now only 70% done, but a new timetable was announced with an out-of-town tryout opening in 2004 and a Broadway opening in 2005. However, the project fell through before production was completed. Many people blamed the production apparent on cancellation due for the lack of success of Steinman's then current Broadway venture, Dance of the Vampires, which ended lesser note than planned, to put it mildly. In 2006, following the release of Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell Monsters, Luke Steinman stated on his official blog, a blog on his official website, though he shared many of Batman's demons with his fans, reports of posting brief news blitz claiming that the project was back on, but is known so far. It was revealed to be false. Alright, here's the songs that they were working on. Angels Rise, The Graveyard Shift, we all know. Land of the Pig and the Butcher is King. Not Allowed to Love. The Joker Song. Where does he get those wonderful toys? The Catwoman song, I need all the love I can get. The 7th song, We're Still the Children We Once Were. Cry to Heaven. Holy shit, there's a MP3 audio of the songs. Kind of wonder what that Catwoman song is. Alright, here's the lyrics of it. Let's see the description of it. Jim Steinman has this to say about the song. Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, secretly was a witness to the murder of Bruce Wayne's parents. Oh, so basically, he wrote an origin story to the song, and Lilo's barking. That Catwoman basically it's the Gotham origin, where Catwoman witnesses the Wayne's murder. See, I find this really fascinating because I did not know this musical was happening, and I kind of want to see it. I mean, this is really great. Anyway, it's kind of disappointing that there's like no concept art, and I'm gonna find it because it's very interesting to hear of a Batman project that is I never heard of, to be quite honest with you. So anyway. Oh shit. Meatloaf basically released a lot of these songs that Steinman wrote. In the land of Pig, Butcher's King. Cry to Heaven. Alright, we're gonna find that one. I want to hear that one. I am not the biggest fan of Meatloaf, but I just want to kind of hear it. All right. Alright, this is the... Okay, I'm kind of glad they never did a musical after hearing that. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break, and my dog just woke up from his nap, so I'll be right back, and we're going to play this song. So anyway, I'll be right back. we're back. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're back. So, anyway, let's get to the story. The Humanoids in 2007. Where M. Night filmed The Village. It was a typical eerie commute due to me using it often. It never truly scared me. Girlfriend at the time was riding with me in the passenger seat. We were traveling back to Delaware after dropping off my best pal in Pennsylvania, who joined us to see a movie. It was 2 a.m. at the time. Who the fuck goes see something at... I guess they seen the movie at I guess they seen the movie around 10 or 11. I mean, counting trailers and all that. It was 2 a.m. We recently crossed the state line. Despite being young and stupid, I reduced my speed slightly due to the dense fog, which we had quickly entered. Before I knew it, my heart was racing. I found myself swerving as not to hit a person in the middle of the road. It was an apparition, like a woman with long hair, covered in a worn white robe with a dim glow to her entire appearance. She was kneeling down and slowly rising. I didn't quite get a good look at her face. Perhaps that it was what makes the fear linger on. I recall saying, "Holy shit. Did you see that?" To which my girlfriend agreed, nodding with an open mouth, wide eyes. Accidentally, this girl I was dating at the time claimed to have a ghost living in her room of her family's home. A room which they would seldom enter. I don't even know what that is. From what I remember, it was right around the Wither and the Delaware Museum of Natural History. So basically we got a ghost story on that one. Yeah, I would probably say that. Holy shit, did you see that? By the way, that was my best Burt Ward impression. So, anyway. 90s. Late 90s. Central Texas, y'all. I seen some weird stuff. No shit, me too. So, anyway, sorry. I seen some weird stuff with him while driving in South Texas, along the border. No, you're driving in Texas, so you probably have seen some weird things. This is not a knock at Texas. I love you. Texas is great. He never batted an eye. But while telling me this story, he had goosebumps and a concerned expression, to which, from this guy, is about to elevate of trembling lips and crap stains in pants. Well, I love how this person just puts it that way. They put it in the most sensible, respectful way. Basically saying, trembling, biting lips, and shit stains in pantses. You can't put it any eloquent than that. So, I'm telling you this story in the first person. in the first person, as he told me, years ago in the late 90s. I barely remember any of that. I was on my way from the house, Central Texas, heading to Laredo to pick up a load. I'm sorry. I'm laughing. This story. It was early morning, around 4 to 5 a.m. I'm surprised you would remember that. I had just come off a string of days at home. So I know I wasn't tired. I am. Let me tell you, that keto diet will wear you the fuck out. Like, if you're like on a caffeine kick and you're going on this keto diet, you're gonna get headaches. And let me tell you, I've been drinking Diet Dr. Pepper, because they say you could drink diet soda on the keto diet, but I've been drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. I don't know if you can hear it. So, anyway. And let me tell you, it kind of gets to you, like, the caffeine and stuff, like, wear you out, like, you're kind of like, Yoda, I'm tired. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of, like, hypered up a bit, but anyway, for a string of days, I wasn't tired. I am on the one of those 2-lane winding roads in the absolute middle of nowhere. So, anyway, winding roads in the middle of nowhere. I gotta tell you, winding roads are kind of like one of those pain in the ass things. Especially curvy back roads. Like, you're driving and you're like... And it doesn't help much when you have he's not a small Shih Tzu. Stitch is one of those, like, Incredible Hulk type Shih Tzus. He's a big dog. I mean, he's not a huge big dog, but he's bigger than a regular Shih Tzu. Trying to sit on your lap while driving, it does not help. Because he wants to sit on your lap while looking out the window while you're driving. Which I don't mind, like, that, but it doesn't help much when he's trying to move around to get comfortable and you're trying to drive, making a turn, and you're like trying to move him and he growls at you because you're moving him. It doesn't help much. Yeah, so anyway, absolute middle of nowhere. When I see something on the side of the road at the edge of my beams. At first I thought it was roadkill. Speaking of roadkill, I have never seen I will have to say this. This year alone, I have never seen so much roadkill on the road before in my life. I mean, I seen possums, I seen raccoons, I seen deer. Like, I have never seen so much fucking roadkill in my life. On every road almost. And we have the shittiest governor in the United States. I mean, the shittiest governor. I mean, I never seen so much tax money go to fucking schools before in my life. So much. And it just aggravates the hell out of me that you can't even put money into, like, people getting rid of roadkill off the fucking road or the side of the roads or anywhere, really. Like, and it just bugs the fuck out of me. It's like, come on, like, clean up the fucking roads and side roads and all that. But instead, money goes into nursing homes, public schools. I mean, seriously, does every taxpayer money go to a fucking school just to get the fucking football fields? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Alright, I'm gonna drop a pipe bomb joke. I'm gonna do the WWE thing. You know how CM Punk did his pipe bomb where he went off on everybody? Does anybody watch WWE? CM Punk, he did this infamous shoot promo on everybody where he tells it like it is. He, said once, WWE would be better off when Vince McMahon's dead. And instead of go to his idiotic daughter's doofus son-in-law. Anyway, where I live, there was this dude that I remember. He was a principal at my school when I was in public school. I was later homeschooled, and he was a dick. I know he's dead, and everybody says that he was such a great man. He was kind of an asshole. He was a dick. He shoved kids around, berated them. He was a fucking dick. And he became the superintendent for the school. And people said he was such a great man because he saved money. He saved money. He put back money. And he put back, I think, God, I don't know how much, like over $100,000 is what he put back on money. Over $100,000. And the school finally got a hold of it. Guess what they did with the money? Did they go to the schools to improve the buildings? Because some of those buildings are so fucking old. Like, they're older than I am. Did they fix them up, make them more modern and shit? No. Instead, the money went to the fucking football field. Put up new lights, new bleachers, new grass, new uniforms, new helmets. The money to the school went into the fucking football field and programs and stuff. It didn't go to books. It didn't go to desks. It didn't go to the building that needs to be fixed. Instead, the money went to the fucking football field. Now, I used to like football. I used to be a football fan. The Rams were my team until they moved to Los Angeles. No, I never played football. My leg. If I had to play sport, if I played any sport, I would have played baseball because I fucking love baseball. No, I never played football because my right leg would not hold up. So, I would have played baseball. I fucking love baseball. But I do have a baseball jersey. It's Albert Pujols jersey, which a lot of people don't wear. I mean, a lot of them destroyed it, so. But luckily, I had one that was saved. Anyway, so the money into the school. Now, I heard from people that the roof of one side of the building, that the money that was supposed to go into the school but instead went to the football, the roof in that building is caving in. It is. We can play. Oh, I love to play baseball. Softball, I think you'd be good at, but the money into that school, one side of the building is caving in. Now they had to dig. Not only the roof is caving in, the floors in the building is sinking in. So they had to dig around the building to make sure nothing else happens. So, anyway, this is where the taxpayer money is going. Like, should it go to more of the school? No. But, anyway, I did write, stuff on Twitter about how the school district I live near are doing a lousy job. There's been 2 fights this year. One in a public restroom where a kid got a broken nose. One kid getting choked out. Schools didn't call paramedics or the parent. Instead was like, well, she passed out, she's fine. So that's how shitty the entire schools are. So anyway, let's get back to this story. On the side of the road, I thought it was just roadkill, as is usually the case. As I got closer, I seen that it is roadkill. And there was a second one crouching over the deer carcass. I remember thinking it was either this guy is taking the antlers as a trophy, or he's fucking sick. As I got closer, I still can see how this guy is eating the deer. He's pulling chunks of meat out of the stomach. From the stomach. And bringing them up to his face. At this point, he stops mid-motion and looks up at me. Not at my truck, but at me. He/it. I love how he genderifies it. He doesn't know what the gender is. It could be an he or it could be an it. I'm glad he put both. And that's when I see that it's a huge brown, covered in hair. I remember thinking at this point, oh fuck. The thing is standing on the tiny shoulders, look up at me. At this point, maybe 3 seconds passed. I'm about this point in the road he's standing at. I didn't even think stopping. In fact, I'm starting to lay on it. Get the hell out of there. As I'm passing it, it looks at me again. Not at the truck. It's looking through the driver's side windshield at me. He's obviously has the intelligence to know that there's a driver in here. And knows where I'm sitting. As I start to pass him, I can only still see its head above the hood of an old needle nose Pete. Old truck design where the hood goes straight out from the windshield and knowing to be tall and difficult to see around. This is a giant. I remember seeing what he looked like, human intelligence in the eyes, and scared the crap out of me. Sorry for the wall of text. It's a story worth sharing. So anyway. Damn, I know. Let's see, another question. Will you be doing any more shows after the 27th? I don't know. It's been kind of it's been kind of an interesting Christmas holiday. You know, I mean, I'm starting a new diet and getting more and more healthy. What up, Stitch? Stitch is awake. He's like walking around the house. I don't know if you hear him walking. Come here, buddy. So anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sorry, I was talking to my dog. Anyway, here's another story. We got 2 more stories, and we'll continue chatting and wrap it up a bit. I was driving through the back roads of Arkansas around 3 a.m. Suddenly, I hit a dense fog bank. It was so thick that I knew I should have pulled off the road because I could barely... Hold on. Anyway, I'm back. Stitch was getting into stuff. Anyway. Let's see, I had a dense fog bank. It was so thick I should have pulled off the road. Here comes the cat. Because I could barely see in front of me. But sometimes pulling over can just be as dangerous. So I slowed to about 20 miles per hour. Put my hazards on. I see no other cars coming from the other way or behind me. Just about 15 minutes, I start seeing a humanoid shadow illuminate by my headlights, darting around the sides of the road and across it. It made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, and I saw maybe 5 or 6 of them. Never got a good look. All I saw was shadows darting back and forth, but they definitely human shape. Needless to say, I was freaked out and wanted to get away. I sped up a bit. In about 5 minutes, I came out of the fog bank. It ended just as it suddenly came. I speed away, going 65 miles per hour. Didn't stop until the sun came up. So, anyway, Stitch is adorable. Yeah, him and the Stitch and Lola are having a stare down right now, so anyway, let's get to the final story. Utah to California. Oh god, another road trip story. Damn. My old bishop used to be a trucker, when he was younger. He told us one day while driving Utah from California, he saw a man in a very bright yellow rain jacket. He said the look on his face looked like he was about to die. He got a very eerie feeling to not pull over. This was around 2 p.m. He tells us, by the way, around 9 p.m. he gets to a place to eat some dinner. And as he sits down, he notices two tables from his left, the very same man. This is no possible way that the man could have gotten him. He was strictly remembers no car passing him at all. Not one. When he saw the man, it was the middle of nowhere. So it's not like he was in a town with his car. This was before the internet, so he never put it out there. Like back in the 1980s, I want to say. Okay. It's probably Georgie. I don't know. So, anyway, I don't know what it could have been Georgie. It could have been, yeah, Pennywise. Probably wanted to see if he wanted a balloon. So anyway. Oh my god, I gotta read this one. Squirrel monster. Squirrel monster. This is another story I gotta read. Then we'll wrap it up, you know. When I was 15, my dad took me hunting. For the first time, it was the middle of the day, so I decided to hunt small game. Found a good spot on a steep hill where a tree had fallen over that I made a perfect place to sit. I was there for about 45 minutes and had probably 8 squirrels in one. I just clipped and was screaming in a lot of pain. To this day, I feel bad about. Next thing I know, I was being charged by this huge squirrel. It had this crazy hair and was twice the size, running full steam on the log I was sitting on. I took 5 panic-filled shots that I thought would be my last, when little Rambo didn't flinch once and just jumped over my head off into the woods. I gathered my kills and got the hell out of there. When I got back to camp, I told my dad. He just laughed. Thinking back, it was pretty funny. Not sure if this was related, not, but as a kid, I always had trouble sleeping, even as an adult. Anyway, a couple weeks after our hunting trip, I couldn't sleep. My room was downstairs. Everyone else was up. So on that night, I decided to try to sleep on the floor. I had a big closet that was the left of the room. And right next to where I was laying down, it didn't have a door. It was actually under the stairs. So I was laying on my right side, facing the closet, and I was about to fall asleep. Something grabbed my forearm. So I started screaming, trying to get this thing off of me. It scared me even more when I started to feel this thing features. It was a huge head and was wrinkly, with a point nose, wearing clothes, 3 foot tall. Now, I was punching and doing everything I could, but it wouldn't let go. It was covered half of my arm. First light I tried to turn on. I couldn't. I wouldn't, so I lunged over the closet light. It, thank God, worked. And it was gone, like that. This is not a story, just wondering if anyone else had info or thoughts. Could have been a squirrel shape shifter protecting his woods, followed me home and gave me a good scare. Man, only God knows. Okay. So anyway, I don't know what to think of it. What do you think, Lola? Stitch? So anyway, I'm gonna be wrapping up the podcast. Sorry, I had to yawn. So, I don't know what to think of it. It's kind of an interesting story when you think about it. Squirrel monster. So, I couldn't help but laugh, but think about how the squirrel monster, So do I think it is? I don't know. I have to admit, the humanoid story thing. Nice jump, cat. The humanoid story thing kind of disappointed me. I mean, it's funny to think that people see a lot of weird things, but yeah. One thing I want to do an episode of the. If we do an episode, one big episode I want to do is the Chris Benoit case. Because I've been kind of fascinated and intrigued with the Chris Benoit story. I mean, from his pro wrestling days to like the horrifying thing that happened. So, I mean, for me, I want to do an episode discussing it. And, here's a question. Will you be doing a review episode of the video game Bully? Since you are replaying it. I will say this, like, I'm playing it on the Xbox. I never played Bully on the Xbox. I played it on the Wii. The Nintendo Wii, and I did not enjoy that. I did not enjoy Bully on the Wii, even though there's some people who probably do like Bully on the Nintendo Wii. I like the Nintendo Wii. I like the Wii Bowling, the Wii Sports, the Wii tennis, the Nintendo Wii Tennis, bowling, baseball and stuff. But I did not enjoy Bully. Like, the controls and everything to it was very annoying. The Xbox One is very fun to play play Bully on. So, I mean, for me, I enjoy it. I'm surprised they have never done a sequel to Bully. I felt like once... I'll admit, I never got to, like, finish it on the Wii. But so far on the Xbox, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. The classes are very annoying. I mean, I enjoy geography and chemistry and stuff. And English, of course, on there. Music's annoying. And math, especially. Like, playing Bully, and you have to do all these classes and stuff. The math, I'm just like, shit. It kind of reminds me of, like, school and stuff when I fucking hated math. So, geography and stuff, I didn't mind. English, especially, I loved. But math is annoying. So, anyway, I'll do an episode about Bully, talking about it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the video game. I mean, it's not like Telltale, which I'm fucking excited for Telltale. Especially The Wolf Among Us. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait for the Batman Telltale Shadow Edition. I can't wait for that. I'm definitely... Like, it's kind of weird, though, because it's like, I think... Me too, math is annoying. I think with Telltale, I don't know if it's... I gotta look into it more for, Telltale. Batman Shadow Edition. I think if you... I think if you already have the video game, I think you could just, like, buy the one thing where you could turn it and, turn it from the regular video game Batman Telltale to, like, the black and white Shadow Edition. I don't know if it is. I gotta look into it. I think if you do have it, you can. But anyway, this is the wrap up of the show. I think we'll be back tomorrow to do another show. I don't know. I don't know if I have to run errands tomorrow. Who knows? I don't think I do. I don't think I have to run anywhere tomorrow. I probably do. Who knows? So, anyway, I will be back. I know I will be back to do another episode. We will talk about Bully. Of course, we will talk about it. We'll talk about... the further of the Chris Benoit thing. I really want to talk about it because for those who don't know, I'm a wrestling fan, and I think the story of Chris Benoit is very tragic and horrifying, especially for those involved in it. I want to talk about it because there are several things that it happened in this story that still to this day information's coming out about it, because this whole case was like insane when it first happened. So, but one thing I will talk about is Bully, definitely, because that is it's a fun video game. The story kind of reminds me of, like, it's kind of like basically this is John Hughes film meets Grand Theft Auto. So, anyway, a lot of the humor is funny, and some of the humor is like when you play it, there is some jokes and humor that is like above your head when you first play it, but once you hear it in your mind, it goes like, oh boy. So it's kind of super bad humor. Let's leave it at that. So anyway, I'll be back with the next episode. So anyway, I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. Thank you for the birthday wishes and stuff. And can't wait for 2020. Yeah. Can't wait. I can't wait for 2020 because I feel like 2020 is going to be a big year. And I'm not talking politics, so fuck that. So it's going to be a big year for us, for the channel and everything to it. So anyway, I will definitely see you all in the next episode. It's our year. Damn right. Love you more.